Salutations, YouTube. Friar Chuck here, and I am back with the next episode of The Blade here in Skyrim. Last episode, he made his way to Cloud Ruler Temple, which we, of course, were unable to enter. Um, he don't know for sure why. He probably has some guesses, I'm sure. We, as the all-knowing player character that where we dropped into this game, would probably be immediately disintegrated because we have consciousness and the Godhead and all that nonsense. Um, anyway, um, yeah, we know why he can't get in. He don't, but we do. So yeah, he did in that little chest though find some new armor. He has decided that it is about time that he puts back on his old armor. Not his specifically. I'm sure his has probably been melted away and turned into metal for the Altmary war machine or something. I don't know. Um, but yeah, he there was armor left there. He decided to claim it, and he is now rocking his blades armor again. And are technically we technically don't have as much armor as we did before. And we do have the armor, boots, gauntlets, helmet, and shield. Plus, we are rocking we've got the Ring of the Minor Knight, which increases our heavy armor skill by 12 points, and these steel armor plates, which we learned how to craft in the last episode, and I believe we made some. Of course, in between episodes, I went and improved everything. Um, this may be the last episode we see of this character for a while because I'm gonna have to do a lot of off-screen stuff to fully flesh out where I want to be with this character. There are some things that need to happen. Uh, that I do think he is strong enough for, but something needs to happen with another character. I don't know. I'm kind of just rambling at this point. Anyway, uh, by the time this one uploads, there will probably either before this or right after it, there will be the third character in our little universe here that we've created. They will have dropped. Wait, is this what sword is this? Okay. The only reason I ask is because this is enchanted, and I'm pretty sure that it would uh, waste enchantment if I use it on a freaking mud crab, even though it shouldn't, because why even use the enchantment if it's not a dragon? Um, so we are using a shield now. We weren't before. Um, we may not forever. I don't know. You don't know me. Um, yeah, I don't really know where we're going in this episode, honestly. I'm kind of just all over the place. So, yeah, it's probably the most coherent, cohesive way to be when you're recording a narrative-driven, uh, a narrative-driven series. But it is what it is. Where am I going? There's something there that wants to kill me, but he's way up there. I do think Kalendor's probably a little lost at this point. He's hasn't really made any headway when it comes to the dragons. And he went to Cloud Ruler Temple, didn't really get any answers because he couldn't get in. He does now have a more profound hatred for the Forsworn. So that's something new he's got going on, I guess. Um, but like I said, I have a few things that I would like to have happen, and so this will probably be the last episode because I need to kind of do them off screen.
I know it's what everyone says. To go to new places and see the world. It's true in my case.
And I just haven't gotten a chance to sit down and really do that. And so there may be a little bit where I focus on our third character because it's kind of less. There's less requirements for that. I don't have the big grand story situations with it. I drew my sword. I guess I was in my head fully planning on attacking that poor goat. Look at the moon, so big. Oh look, Forsworn. And again, now with his increased hatred for Forsworn, I think he's just kind of insta triggered. Come at me, bro. Hello, other Forsworn. No hit for you. And you know, maybe in every episode we don't necessarily have to have a goal. Maybe we just, you know, ow. We go where the music takes us, kitten.
Is someone there?
Not even anybody up here. Oh, they're over there. Hey.
Is someone there? Is someone there?
Yeah, this story here is progressing along okay. Like I said, we're kind of in a little bit of a weird spot with this character and with the Inquisitor. I know, like I said, I have plans in my head. I know what I want to do. They just, everybody's got to get to the right level to be able to do them in game so that I don't just get freaking destroyed. And stuff's gonna have to happen off screen, and I just haven't
Can't hide from me.
played any off screen.
I cannot.
Because usually when I'm doing non recording related stuff, stop destroying me with your grossness. Usually when I'm doing non recording related stuff, I'm either playing Baldur's Gate 3 or MLB The Show, honestly. It's really the two things I've been playing. Um, is this all women here? I think this was all women. Except for this dude. Hey, hey. Run towards me, Brit. Come on. You think he's dumb enough to, like, be baited over here? You think I'm dumb enough to walk into his poison? Because the answer is yes. I am. Very much so. Okay, he's not going to come over here. So, needs to be discussed. I'm pretty sure every Forsworn we killed down there were women. We have a Briarheart here, which Briarheart are men. And we have a Shrine of Debella. Now, if you do a certain quest, obviously there is something that takes place here. There's actually a few somethings I think that can take place here, but one of them is that this is where you get sent to find the I can't even think now what it's called. Oh, texture issues. The sigil. Yes, the sigil of Debella. This is where they send you. So, I'm going to assume that they would tell you that the reason that that's there is because they find this sigil, or they took the sigil of Debella or whatever. But I'm wondering if maybe this is some weird Forsworn sex cult, you know, where it's like all them ladies and then the Briarheart, they getting freaky, a little freaky deaky, because that's a woman. The one down there I know is a woman. We decapitated one that was a woman. This is a woman. So I think we stumbled upon some weird Forsworn Debellan sex cult. Huh. Interesting. Let me know your thoughts on that. Again, I'm sure what they would tell you, the reason that there is a I thought those were dead wolves, they're just rocks. I'm sure that the developers and all of those and the Todd Howard types would tell you that the reason that there is a temple, there is a shrine of Debella in there, is because that's where you find the sigil, and that's the only reason. But why would they even kidnap the sigil? What do they need her for? Typically, the Forsworn don't really worship the old gods like that. Unless they not the old gods, excuse me, they do worship the old gods, and they're also more of a Daedra type group than they do the Aedra. Persine I know is a pretty big deal for them. So I can't really imagine they worship Debella. I don't know. We've uncovered something here, I think. Methinks. Bandit Outlaw. Now you're mine. Well, why are you alone, Bandit? Oh, we're not alone. Okay, I know where we are now. Alright, so I'm gonna get you. Get out of here. So many bandits. Oh, you just taking pot shots, huh? Bob and weave. Stuck on a rock and he still couldn't hit me. I would say to leave your opinions in the comments, but don't do that because I'm afraid of what it'll turn into and where these videos will go, and they'll show up. YouTube will probably flag them and say, oh, your videos are inappropriate. You're talking about these sex cults and stuff. Like, dog. It ain't that serious. I'm sorry. I am all over the place in this recording. I don't know what the deal is. I just recorded an episode of Red Sox franchise before this, and it wasn't nearly like this. Also, this head is following us. Look at him go. Go, little head. Oh no, the textures. The game textures ate him. Aw. Because he would have kept going, because this is all downhill. So I wonder where he would have stopped had the game textures not eaten him. He probably had enough momentum to maybe go this way, but I'm afraid once he got to here, unless the physics function in a different way than I really think they would, this would probably be about where he ended up. Carthwayston and Rorikstead really aren't that far apart. So here's a toll road, see? Are they gonna try and rob me, or are they just gonna drop rocks on me? Oh, they're just gonna drop rocks. Okay, I guess they didn't realize I was there. Yeah, dummy, I'm here.
Never should have come.
Well, we of course came to this very place with the Inquisitor, except we did it with him at level 1. We are level 16. Die, random bandit. Too much momentum. And this dude up here. Oh my god. Okay. Somebody is throwing some magic at me, and it's doing some work. I do kind of. Why is there a mud crab up here? Your scouts are bad. How'd they let a mud crab get this high? I do like the idea, though, that the bandits that moved in here now are stronger. So they've been able to kind of reclaim the moved in. He didn't really. You know what I mean? Is this the chief? It's a. Nope, chief's still there. Got it. Oh, and they've got fancy armor. Well, there you have fancy armor. I believe that is the light version of the orcish armor. Orcish scaled. The chief's even different. So that's nice. We're getting nowhere. Other than I'm getting a friggin' concussion. We're at like the same health. Now then. Got him. Okay, that one was a little bit tougher. Yep, orcish scaled. It's worth good money, but I don't have room for it. So we'll just take the money and run. I was hoping we'll come across a city with a place that I can sell stuff, or a enchanting table, or both. Because I got stuff to sell. Who is this? Well, an afflicted refugee. Yeah, it's an afflicted refugee. There's a cave. I think that's the hunter's something or other. No, that's that up there. I don't know what that is. So, we are on the path to solitude. Oh, hey, that's a saber cat. What are you doing, feller? I've contracted Whitbane. That's rude. My man. Third person. Whip paint done hit me so hard it knocked me out of first person. Can you imagine how crazy that would be in real life? You just all of a sudden you're going around, you're normal, like normal, and then it's like, oh, I can see my body all of a sudden, like you do in dreams and stuff, and like that weird part in Spider-Man and Captain America, not Captain America, Doctor Strange, and he punches the dude and out of their body. I again apologize. I'm all over the place. I don't know. This is a side of me that y'all don't usually get to see. Okay, so the town up there is gonna be Dragon's Bridge, I believe. Mudcrab. And I don't think Dragon Bridge has got a merchant of any kind. Which, to the people at Bethesda who are, I'm sure, watching this video, please, in the next one, put more merchants around. Especially if Hammerfell is going to end up being a bigger world than Skyrim. I need to be able to go to little cities like this and sell my stuff. But I really don't think anyone here can.
You're a well-traveled sort. I can tell just looking at you.
That dude just wants me to look for his freaking liquor. Ain't doing it. That's the Pentus Oculatus outpost.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near
Soon.
Old Depius.
Come on in. We got more.
And then this is just don't follow me in places.
What's the hurry?
Care if you are Pentus Oculatus. I'm a blade. I was you before you. Kid.
Fate is the name. I keep the inn. Let's sate that appetite.
She does have 10,000 gold. She can't buy very many things. Yeah, can't. Okay, well, that's...
Here, take a look at this.
Oh, there's
Some
a
of the
bounty
youths
letter.
Came by and left this bounty letter.
Ironback. I know, we're gonna have to go freaking north for that. Why do you people... Why are there no merchants here?
What could it mean? The return of the Dragonborn? And who among us could possibly hold that honor? Such power.
Also, the thing that's crazy to me, the Pentus Oculatus outpost is right there. How on earth are they letting a Stormcloak camp exist down the road? And these people just out here having a freaking beer right in front of the Stormcloaks. Stormcloak camp here, freaking Daedric temple there. Ow, that hurt. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm gonna have to go all the way into Solitude to sell my stuff. Something I really didn't want to do. I didn't anticipate us ending up in Solitude in this episode, but stuff happens. And it's right up there is our bounty. Which that job will take all of like 2 seconds because that place has got 3 bandits. Let me discover this locale. We did, okay, cool.
If you've come to Solitude to join the League,
Siege of the Imperial Power in Skyrim. It's also the home to the Bard's College.
They can't hurt
Ah,
us.
yes, the Bard's
How come
College.
he didn't do it?
That's what we're here for.
Far
Bits and pieces. They'll buy my stuff.
Biren said you got here just before the execution.
I don't like
Some
how she
might call
comes
this
out to
junk.
greet me like
Me?
that.
I call them treasures.
Okay. You can have that. I don't want to sell some of the rest of this because I might need it. I need to be disenchanting it. I don't think I don't know. Oh yeah, I got an amulet of Talos too that I was wearing, but then we picked up the necklace of the night to increase our heavy armor skill some more. So that's where that went. You can do a little bit of grinding too, which I know we did in the last episode, but I need to get some disenchanting going, which means I gotta go to the Blue Palace. It's the only place there is one. But in the most difficult way possible. What do you say? He died well. Okay, good.
Good business for the East Empire Company means all the more gold for the Empire.
Dudes from the East Empire Company is a freaking capitalist. All he cares about is the money. He's out here war profiteering. This guy. I don't actually know what that guy has going on. I'm here for one thing and one thing only. Again, I want to talk about the implications of this in real life. So old dude's coming in here, runs up through the palace, ignores all the stuff that they've got going on, comes in here, goes to one of the people's rooms, goes to the enchanter, disenchants, leaves, says nothing. Okay. Hey, look, a level up. This is not Baldur's Gate. That's not how you level up, you dummy. Alright, what do we take? 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 Could take heavy armor. We could take more block perks now, since we do has a shield. And I might do that. I'm gonna try and deflect arrows like a cool kid. Okay, well, that's gonna do it for this episode, because I feel like the longer it goes on, more and more unhinged I've become, and I did not realize this episode was under 30 minutes. I figured it surely was longer than that. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one, which could be a while. I don't know. Like I said, I've got to make some moves off screen and do some other stuff. But I'll see you then. This is Friar Chuck saying bye-bye.